I believe that you have been in a very um, controlled environment that perhaps maybe you have been the one controlling your environment. And if you are the one controlling your environment in all things, then that's a good thing, Aries. That means you have manifested what it is that your heart has chosen to do. Other than allowing others to lead the way, you have taken charge. And whether that's a good or bad thing, um, that is exactly what the future will entail. What the next card, because the first card represents the devil, okay? And then thereafter, this is the Two of Pentacles. So that represents some balance, okay? There needs to be some balance, okay? And this take charge personality that you have demonstrated. And there might have been an overindulgence in drugs or alcohol or sex. And maybe the party is over, Aries, and you just don't know it. And the universe is telling you it's enough of the self-centered, behaviors and activities. It's time to get in tune with the universe, with the universe's messages. And you can't do them constantly being intoxicated or self-serving. There has to be a balance with when you have to be in sync with the universe and deliver what it is that the universe is trying to convey, because we can all be used for some sort of purpose. But if we're busy with our own purpose rather than serving the greater good, that can be very wasteful. Okay. And we have the Princess of Pentacles. So maybe multiple women, indulging in multiple women, lots of sex. Okay, Aries, lots of sex. Just really living la vida loca. Okay, just really living the crazy life, enjoying yourself to extreme, to extreme indulgence. And maybe you haven't had the opportunity to be able to do that. And, maybe you come into, some sort of material abundance, and you want to be able to share them with women that is pleasing to the eye, or women that you've been wanting to flatter and you haven't had the chance. You're flattering them all. But make sure you don't lose it all, okay? Because there could be one out of all of these women that you're trying to flatter that could actually be a great potential lover. But if you're spending too much time self-indulging with other people, you'll miss a very great opportunity to snag a potential life partner. The Four of Cups demonstrates that there is an offer on the table, whether it is you offering something to someone or someone is offering something to you. So maybe you've had a chance to share your love, and someone wants to be consistent with you. They want to continue to share their love with you. So you have some time to think about who it is that you want to be with, or was this just a self-serving experience that you don't intend on participating for the long haul? So make sure you're not hurting anyone's feelings or leading people on with just the partying and overindulgence, and it's not meaningful to you. And you might be suggesting to others that you're just having a great time, but people can't stop who they love or who they're interested in or where their heart goes. Sometimes things just take on a life of their own. And the High Priestess is suggesting, okay? That you need to get in tune with the inner self. Maybe you've had a lot to think about. There has been some some things to think about as far as the heart of the matters, and you've been listening to your conscience and the inner voice, and it has definitely been speaking. And you may feel that you might have to leave some people behind, the people that you might have hurt out of this self-indulgence, and maybe you have left someone behind that you shouldn't have left behind. So be careful with these decision makings and make sure that the people that you decide to close the door on because of the self-serving, and you've made a mistake, make sure you're closing the door on the right person and not the wrong one that could really bring you ultimate love, fulfilling happiness. Please listen to your conscience at this point in time, because your priorities will be nagging at you. So do not indulge in heavy drinking that will mislead you to make bad decisions. And the justice cards is here, okay? So there, you owe yourself. Okay, you may be celebrating at this time for some type of a promotion or accomplishment or completion in your life, and you're ready to go on to the next stage, and you just, so much jubilee. But justice is saying, enough is enough. Let's get this in. Let's get things into perspective. Let's put things in order. Let's add balance, and you owe it to yourself, Aries, to start a life of balance, okay? If you've had to work really hard to be where you're at, it's okay to enjoy yourself for the moment. But you have to know when it's time to stop and bring things back into perspective, because it appears that they've been going on far too long. You've been self-serving far too long. And it's time to get out of that selfish behavior, because if you don't, you'll ruin your own life, Aries, okay? And the universe is trying to convey that message. It wants you to stop. It's sending a word of caution before you lose control. It's just like driving a fast car. If you drive too fast, you can lose control, okay? And there's no amount of power that can change fate or destiny when it is, when it's destiny. So right now, you can change that, if you will, without losing control. Because once things are out of control and have gone too far, you have to allow things to fully manifest before you can actually change them around. Sometimes things cannot be changed abruptly, and you have to go with the flow. So let's try to move things in the right direction before it's too late. Okay, and the Two of Wands. I believe there is a partnership that is on your mind. Okay, and you feel that you probably hurt someone by cheating or overindulging, and you probably felt that this is your money. This is, you've worked hard for it. No one's going to tell you how to spend it. Let's not hurt people along the way, Aries, especially the ones that truly love us. Um, we owe it to our partners and our loved ones to be level headed and be responsible. Be responsible with your blessings. And that's allowing, you know, your loved ones to fully enjoy it without having to worry if you're going to waste it all. Let's be honest, we are not in this world alone, Aries. And if you are, try not to waste it before, um, if you have some sort of investment, try to save it prior to, you know, losing it. There could be some unforeseen child in the future. If you've had overindulgence in sex, of unprotected sex, there could be a child manifesting in the very near future, and you want to prepare for that, and you do not want to be caught off guard because you did not foresee this. So please take heed of the unexpected. Ooh, so here's the Three of Swords. It seems like you have hurt. Um, you've probably even hurt yourself, Aries, by um, in the process of things getting chaotic. Again, unforeseen circumstances has come back to haunt you, and you're having to face your past. And this is the repairing of a long journey, Aries. And if you need to do some self healing in order to move forward, that's exactly what you may have to do in order to bring order into your life. Because you may not be able to bring things back into perspective if you don't have yourself together, Aries. You have to be on a stable foundation in order to know where you're going. If you do not take heed, everything you touch will not properly manifest. It will only bring you temporary pleasures, okay? Let's see what the outcome is, okay? Here we are. We have the world. I'm sorry, we have the moon. The moon. Okay, so lots of contemplation, fears, inhibition. So there's definitely a lot to think about right now, okay? Definitely a lot to think about right now. It appears that maybe even your decisions has left you up at night thinking and worrying. It seems like your past is coming back to haunt your thoughts, your memories. You feel that there's something you've left in your past that you know maybe you feel sorry about, or it just keeps coming back up. The what ifs. What if I've done things differently? Have I done things differently? And can I move on? All of these questions and thoughts are coming back to remind you, okay, remind you of where you are, where you come from. Did you leave someone behind? Okay. And if you've left someone behind that you feel your conscience keeps calling you to reignite, to see if they're okay, call that person. Check and see if they're okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that in order to move on. If you feel you can't move on because you don't know how a person is doing, or your conscience says you were wrong, you left this person at a time they most needed you, call them just to see if they're okay, because the universe keeps conveying these messages for a reason. Okay? Telepathically, they could be reaching out for you and you don't even know it. Okay? And if you owe that person a good deed because they were good to you, or vice versa, you need to call and try, even if you don't know where they are. If this person has passed on, pray. It's time to communicate with the universe and with this person or situation that you keep thinking about. Okay, um, it's never too late, um, and you can always manifest peace into your existence by bringing closure to your past, praying for a safe delivery, praying for a positive manifestation in the lives of others that you have left behind. Either you had to leave them behind, you had no choice, or you willfully left them behind. Pray that things work out in their favor so that it can bring peace to you as well, because there is something that you cannot move on from because it's in your thoughts. And I pulled another card. It's the Queen of Cups. Okay, so there was someone that had your heart. You love her. Okay, and she loves you. And maybe you guys just peacefully moved on, but you guys never stopped thinking about one another. Okay, she's there in thought with you as well. Maybe she's drumming you up and calling you. Please come find me. Come near. I'm not going to beg and call you. You know where I am. You're capable of getting in touch with me. Make the initiative. Stop worrying, Aries, and make the initiative. The first step of reaching out. That could be the very reason why things have not manifested as far as your love life. You're stuck in the past thinking about someone, okay? And maybe your pride is in the way. And you try to drown it out with sex and alcohol, parties, just overindulgence. But at the end of the day, she keeps coming back into your mind. You'll never forget this person because you love her. So my advice to you is that if there is true love that you left in the past or that you accidentally cheated on because of overindulgence, you need to forgive yourself and allow this person to forgive you. And this is a healing process. Allow this person to love you. You have to show this person how much you love them. No one is going to play the guessing game with you, Aries. You need to be upfront, honest, caring, and patient. Okay? And all of these great things will be upon you, will be unto you. But you have to make the initiative. The proper steps needs to be taken in order to manifest something that you have truly missed and hoped for. Anything is possible. Healing is necessary. I wish you the best, Aries. Thank you.